You know, I say Corey plays with speed that he doesn't necessarily have on the clock, but speed is the number one thing. So much of this league, and really so much of a national passing game these days is on time. And the sack numbers aren't ever going to be high because the ball is out so quick, but you still got to get pressure, and you do that with speed and push, and we got to get more of that. Devin Lemke, who's a guy that has missed a lot of snaps of football because of injury, gets on an edge and does that. Willie Scott does that. Willie Scott, we need a big year out of him as a fifth-year guy, but the young guys that you asked about all got to come along from a fundamental footwork standpoint to play faster. If you're taking 2 steps left and right instead of up the field, you're going to play slower. And it's a matter of getting those fundamentals down and getting the footwork down to play faster. You know, David Irving going into his junior year needs all the reps he can get. I mean, he's a guy, because he didn't redshirt, is in front of his time, and he needs all the reps he can get, and he's not getting any of them. We got Nick Crone back off the broken foot, and now he's full speed. We got Willie back from plantar fasciitis. We got Devin out there, and then he had an abdominal strain, and now he's back out there again. You know, you'd like to have 4-hour practices just to get those guys all the reps that you can, but compliance in the NCAA seems to frown on that. Enough was not said about Jansen being out at the end of the season for a number of games there, you know, and rightfully so. The talk was about Jake, but Jansen Watson really affected how our defense played down the stretch after the Oklahoma injury. Injuries are part of the game, and that's why development of this football team is so key right now from a too-deep standpoint. We are green, inexperienced, you know, every way you want to describe it, we are with a lot of our twos. And that's why these next now 7 practices are so crucial, and August is going to be very important because we got to develop depth. Our starters have to get better. But a lot of them have played the game, a lot of them understand it, and a lot of them, you know, quite honestly, we feel good about. But you got to have a 2 deep if you're going to be a successful program.
Ekby, Brunn, or Bibbs, all those guys, did you get them back today?
Ekby did not. Still sore in a hamstring and can't burst and can't accelerate, so no good to have him out there. Brunn was back, did everything, got banged around and did the banging for the most part. Bibbs was back out there. We put him in a blue jersey just because it was his first contact. And I wanted to be sure about that before he got back in it, and Thursday we'll strip that off him and he'll do everything.